All right. Good evening, TSP community. Um, this is a live show, but also it will be put on Spotify and on YouTube to be watched at a later time. I will mention things that are happening in real time that will not make sense to you if you listen to this after this moment, because time is going to keep going. That is one thing we do know. So, welcome to the Sideline Podcast. My name is Jared Booker. My co-host is Kevin, and unfortunately, he is unable to be here this evening. But he did want me to say hello from him to the TSP community. So hello. We are two best friends who love football, fantasy football, and all things sports. Speaking of the TSP community, this podcast slash live stream is a space where we want listeners to be able to share their thoughts, ask questions, and enjoy the conversation. So without judgment or anything. So yeah, join the community at the TSP community. That is our new handle. It will not change from there. I'm almost positive. So on YouTube and on X at the TSP community, join the community. Without further ado, um, we'll be doing some trivia here. But actually, I am going to make a little further ado. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about news, March Madness update, and then we have a bracket challenge update that I've got some more information for. As I'm sitting here right now, Florida and Auburn are going at it. It's in the second half. Um, Last I checked, Florida is up, um, but only by a little bit. So kind of a tight game. I'll keep you posted on that, but I'm sure you're already watching. So now that without further ado from this moment, we're going to do trivia. And the big part of trivia normally is having or like a key to successful trivia is having somebody to answer the questions. So this may be weird, but I'm going to ask questions. I've got some new graphics. The questions look a little different. I think the questions are actually going to be a little simpler. I normally go back in time about 100 years. Um, and I'm not going to do that this time. So these are answerable questions. If you are watching or listening, feel free to jump in on the comments if you know the answer. And after like 10 or 12 seconds, just so there's not a crazy amount of awkward silence, I'm just going to give the answer. So here we go. Trivia. Which non-Power 5 team was the first to make the college football playoff? Is it A, Boise State, B, UCF, C, Cincinnati, or D, Houston? I'm going to give about 10 seconds. There's a few of you watching. Feel free to throw in your guess in the comments. All right. Well, you know what? That's fine. Um, I created these, so I already know the answer. But the answer is C, the Cincinnati Bearcats. So in 2021, Cincinnati went undefeated in the regular season, earning their only loss to the eventual national champs, Alabama. That game ended, the Cincinnati versus Alabama game ended at 27-6 in the first round of the college football playoffs. So if you guessed that, you're smart. And if you didn't guess that, you're probably still smart. Next question. When was the last time all four number one seeds made it to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament? So this is obviously a topical question. The Final Four, the first game of the Final Four, is being played right now, and as you know, we have quite a chalky Final Four. All four number one seeds are in the Final Four. So, uh, when was the last time that happened? Was it A, 1993, B, 2015, C, 1999, or D, 2008? And again, I'll just give 5 or 6 seconds. Feel free to throw out your guess in the comments if you know it. All right. The answer is D, 2008. So the only other time, this has only happened twice now. The first time being in 2008 and the second time being now, 2025. The only other time before 2025 that all four number one seeds reached the Final Four was in 2008 when Kansas, Memphis, North Carolina, and UCLA advanced, with Kansas winning the title in overtime against Memphis. And that was a really exciting game for those of you who remember that. So thank you for participating in trivia if you did. And thank you for being here nonetheless. So let's go ahead and move on. All right. So a lot of this show has to do with just interacting with my co-host or anyone who joins. And so this could be a very short show or it could be a longer show if people want to be engaged. And so I will not be offended either way. But the first thing in the news that I wanted to bring up is the talk about the tush push ban. So the NFL owners initially planned to vote on banning the tush push play during their April 1st meeting, but that decision was tabled for further discussion and will be revisited in May. I would love to know. Oh, we got someone saying Cincinnati. Nice, Kevin. There he is. I would like to know what you think about the tush push. Is it cheating? Is it an unfair advantage, or is it football? Um, my personal opinion is that it's just football. Um, just because a team practices it really well and executes it really well doesn't mean that it should be uh, banned from the sport. Um, I saw a post on X maybe last week that was talking about, when the forward pass was introduced into the NFL, um, people were succeeding all over the place. Those teams that were uh, executing the forward pass, they were having great success, but they didn't ban it. Obviously, teams just need to um, game plan or figure out a different way to stop it. So I'd be interested in hearing if there's anyone who agrees with that or disagrees with that. I know the people are kind of split on this. And so one thing I do know for a fact, though, is that my co-host Kevin, as an Eagles fan, uh, yeah, he does not want the tush push being banned. So um, this comment here from Kevin, exactly, my brother. Definitely don't be quoting health and safety. Salty Packers fans. I did see a video of Jordan Love attempting the tush push, and I think I know why that team wants it banned because it was horrible. So, all right. Any other thoughts on the tush push? Feel free to throw them out. I know that this, you're probably a few seconds behind. If you comment and I have already moved on, I will address your comment. I'll just back up and it'll be what it is. So, next piece of news that I wanted to bring up is Julio Jones. Man, that guy. I'm old enough now that I remember when Julio Jones was in Alabama at Alabama, and just an absolute stud. So Julio Jones, he has retired. It's been 13 seasons. Over his 13 season NFL career, he recorded 914 receptions, 13,703 yards, and 66 touchdowns. So just a pretty dominant player. I know that uh, he's just been like a go-to. He was sure-handed, strong. Some of those replays or highlights of Julio Jones, he's just pulling the ball away from defenders. He had strong hands, just athletic. I know in fantasy football, he was a number one pick in a lot of the drafts that or in the leagues that I participated in, especially a few years back. And so we wish Julio Jones all the best. Yeah, he's probably will not have to work another day in his life if he does not want to. So, yes. All right, moving on. March Madness, Florida Auburn. It is still going on. Um, it's at a commercial, or no, it's not at a commercial break, but they're doing a replay. Florida is up on Auburn, 64-63, with 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go. That game's coming down to the wire. That's going to be an exciting finish. I I thought Florida was going to absolutely destroy Auburn. Um, Auburn has played a heck of a lot better than I thought that they would. So um, I am not a Florida fan, so I would pull for Auburn to pull this out, but we'll see what happens. After this one, Duke is going to be playing Houston. That game has not started, obviously, but Houston is who I picked to win in my bracket, and I have no chance of winning the bracket overall anymore. But if Houston can win, I'll at least have some bragging rights. I don't know that they can get it done against Duke. Um, they just Duke does not have a weakness that I've been able to see, and so Duke would just have to have a down game, and Houston's defense needs to play like Houston's defense if they want to pull that out. Um, so that should be an exciting game. I'm sure a lot of us will be watching that. So to go just to recap here our bracket challenge. So for those of you who don't know, um, TSP will be doing annually a March Madness bracket challenge through ESPN. The winner of that, it's free for now anyway. I'm just kidding. It'll probably always be free, but I don't even know if you can't even charge for those things anyway. So it's a free bracket. You can join, and what you get when you fill out your bracket, the winner, whatever team wins the national championship, that team hat that they're wearing on the court, the national championship hat, that is the hat that the winner of the TSP bracket challenge will be receiving. And so, um, a little update: we do have a tie at the moment for first. Maddie Eisma and Machine Picks are both tied with 1,130 points. Paul's Chalk has 1,090, and he's tied with Jay West for the same 1,090. Harrison Montague at 180, and myself coming in, TSP Booker, at 1,070. So um, I know as the sixth or seventh place, I do not have a chance at winning. So the winners are going to be either, it looks like the highest percentage. Um, oh goodness, I'm so sorry. The bracket that has the highest chance of winning is Jay West 555. He's currently ranked 3, but he has a 27.9% chance. Basically, all that needs to happen for him to win is that Houston wins it all. Um, that's all that needs to happen. So right now we got Machine Picks with the 19.2% chance of winning. He needs Duke to win it all, and he needs Auburn to beat Florida in this game in order for him to win. So currently in 12th place, but with a 15% chance of winning, is ESWB 10298. He needs Duke to win it all and Florida to reach the national championship. So Florida needs to beat Auburn here, and then Duke needs to beat Houston and Florida in the championship. And the individual who is currently in 12th place in our bracket challenge can win this whole thing. So ESWB 10298, pulling for Florida and Duke today. And then next we have Paul's Chalk, 12.6% chance. He has Auburn winning it all. They need to win it all, and then Duke needs to reach the national championship. So those are the top chances, or the people with the best chance of winning. And we do know now that the winner of the bracket will either get a Houston, Florida, Duke, or Auburn hat. So I'd be happy with 2 of those hats, and I would be unhappy with 2 of those hats. So yeah, pretty exciting, and it's something that we will be doing annually. So all right, well, we will be doing the remainder of our mock draft. Kevin and I have been doing a mock draft for the first round for all 32 teams, alternating picks. He had uh, evens and I had odds. So he has the next pick um, at 26, and that is going to be next Saturday. We'll go ahead and finish that out, so you don't want to miss that. Um, and then we're coming closer and closer to draft day, so that is exciting. We are posting daily shorts on YouTube with our like this is a player that this team must pick up, and it's not necessarily like, hey, in the first round this player needs to be taken by this team. It's at some point in the draft this team needs to pick up this player, and then in a short amount of time we tell you why. um, so yeah, go ahead and just a reminder, follow us on X at the TSP Community and at TSP underscore Kevin for Kevin and at TSP underscore Booker for myself. Um, Again, just to reiterate, this is the point of this podcast. Sports has kept Kevin and I together as best friends for a lot of years. And so we want to invite you into that community, to just join and debate and respectfully communicate and uh, yeah, debate one another on different sports takes. And so another big piece of this podcast will be challenges, whether it's Bowl Mania or the bracket challenge. Um, Maybe we do an NHL fantasy, or maybe we do the NHL playoffs, um, baseball fantasy, NFL fantasy, campus to Canton. It's just things that bring people together where we're competing, um, and prizes will almost always be involved. So appreciate everyone's time. It is going to be a bit of a shorter podcast today. Just it is a new time that we're on. We in the past have been on at 8 o'clock Pacific time, which was 11 o'clock on Eastern time, and so we're trying to bring it in a little bit closer so that we're able to interact with people from the East Coast at an earlier time. So we will be on each Saturday at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. Um, Check us out. Join the TSP community on X or YouTube, again at TSP Community. And I gave you guys the tags for or the handles for Kevin and myself. Um, we just love engaging with you. So have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the Final Four.